Hi, I'm Lori Martinez and I'm 23 years old, and this is my weight loss / lifestyle change story. First, I just wanted to talk about my life growing up. As I started growing up, I noticed that I was different. I was overweight. And then I noticed during high school and outside of high school, I started turning to food for emotion. When I was mad, I'd just go eat. When I was sad, I would just go eat. And so I noticed a habit, and food made me happy. It was my comfort zone. After high school, after I started not doing as much sports and working more, I saw myself gaining more and more weight. I was finally at my highest weight, and it was 295 pounds was my highest weight, and I felt depressed and like that I was never going to be that thin person, that thin beautiful person like you see in the magazines and everything. But I was okay with that. I was fine with being who I was, and I wasn't unhappy. I just accepted it. And then one day I noticed I was getting tired at the silliest things. I remember going shopping, and we went 2 hours at the mall, and we were just walking around shopping. And I got home, and it was a Saturday, and I was just so exhausted, and remembering that I couldn't do anything for the rest of the day. I was just so exhausted. So one day, my sister, she had just gotten married. She had been married about a year, and she had gained a couple of pounds or whatever. She was still beautiful, but anyways. And so, will you be my gym buddy? Let's get fit together. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. We'll do this. And then we went and took a tour of the gym. We were just supposed to take the tour, and then we ended up signing up. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute, let's think about this. We're really committing to this. There's no turning back. And so slowly we started going 3 days a week, and then I slowly started changing little things in my nutrition, and I started seeing results. I would drink just water, not powdered or soda drinks. I lost 30 pounds just doing that. Just little things, and I just started seeing the weight fall off. I started eating salads every day. I started just doing little changes, and I started seeing results really quick. I want to feel good in my own skin. I think that was my point. Was I didn't care what the weight was, as long as I looked in the mirror and I felt okay, I'm fine. I look good. I feel good. Ashley, my sister, had introduced us to a girl that she went to high school with, and she became a personal trainer, and so she wanted to start training us as a project or whatever. We talked with her a little bit and started discussing our goals, and I told her how much weight I'd lost already, and so she was really impressed with that, and so I just felt comfortable with her. I feel once you find that trainer, it's easier. So she started teaching me how to run, and I hated running. Even though I was very active as a kid, I just hated running. As soon as I started seeing results as to running, then I kept going and going. The first time I ran my first mile with nonstop, I thought I could never do. That was really emotional and moving. And I was like, well, if I can do 1 mile, then I can do 3 miles, then I can do 13 miles. And so I was just I just kept going. She helped me learn about pre-workout supplements, learning how to meal prep, learning how to reward yourself without food. That was the hardest part to learn. Little things she used to say, keep pushing yourself, Lori, like you can do it. It just like stuck with me. And so now, even now, I turn like, as I feel like I'm gonna quit, she's in my head like, no, Lori, I know you can do that. Why are you slacking? And it's just so funny. Big thanks to Danielle for that. After I felt like at my prime, at my finest, Danielle had made me my own virtual workout plan. And so I was continuing on without her, like pushing me every day. And so that was like a really big step, I feel like, because I had to prove it to myself and take accountability for my actions. And so I stayed with that for a couple months, and then I noticed I started kind of getting less humble. Like I always had self-worth, but I felt like I had to prove something to somebody. Like I had to get that approval that, okay, you're good, you're worth it kind of feeling. And I never got that really. And so I started turning to like hanging out with crowds that had temporary joy or temporary happiness. I actually started going to clubs, just hanging out with a different crowd that I would have never hung out with if I was doing things I needed to do, like going to church, being spiritually fed, because I was doing that and then I stopped. And then I noticed my fitness started going down and just things started going down, and I hated the person that I was becoming. I could have this life, and I'm just such in an unhealthy place, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Like I feel sick with myself. I don't know who I am. So the next day I started going back to church. I'm driving to church and I'm like, you shouldn't be going. Why are you going? I'm talking myself out of it. I'm driving, and I sit down and I just feel this overwhelming, like you should be here kind of feeling. And so now I was spiritually fed. And I was like, okay, I like this feeling, so let's try it in a different outlet. And so I started working out more, being more inspired, listening to good music and uplifting things, and like noticing that I was turning to things that made me happy for that moment. And then I need to turn things that are gonna make me happy forever. So the point of me sharing the story with you is that everybody has their trials, everybody has their struggles. This lifestyle change, I'm gonna call it lifestyle change now, because you have to make it a part of your life. And every day you have to do it. So this is the start of my restart journey, because you're never finished, you're always going and going. So this is my journey to continue and to grow. So if you would like to follow me, I know it sounds really weird in my head, but if you would like to follow me through this journey and we can do it together, then I want to be able to inspire others, because that makes me happy, is by helping others grow in this healthy lifestyle, this lifestyle change. And so